My name is Juanita Vella and I'm a hairdresser, I'm a beauty therapist. I teach aromatherapy, reflexology, humanistic psychology and herbal pharmacy. My biggest thing is that I love makeup. I was under my grandmother's table and that's where I did my apprenticeship. I cut all the lace and then I went on to cutting my doll's hair. And they were only little tiny dolls, and the next day the hair was grown, so I had to cut them again. And I didn't know for years later when my father told me that he used to buy the dolls by carton load, and he would replace the dolls the next day, and I'd have to cut them again. So that's where I started. And then I thought, who's going to hire me? So then I thought, well, the only way to do this is to open up my business. I wanted to be successful in everything I did. I wanted the clients to feel very successful. I wanted them to look very successful. So what better way than to say Studio of Success? Then when I opened up here, I still carried the name on and carried it as Studio Success. And then I opened up and had my own business as far as my makeup goes, and I called that Tuya. My background is Spanish, and so the word Tuya means yours in Spanish. So there again, it was back to the client. Since COVID, I think my biggest issue has been knowing how to pick up the pieces. And the biggest piece that I had to pick up was me in the very first place, because I actually lost it quite a bit in the first place, because I thought, I'm going to let all these people down. I went for 3 days out in the garden. I did nothing else but just got myself dirty, my fingernails dirty, and I thought about it, how I was going to come up with the answers. And I did. I come up with the answers out there in the garden. The answer was, I sent them out a letter. And the letter said, home help till we meet again. And I made appointments with them to talk to them over the phone, and I made up some little jars of creams and I sent them out to them. And this way then they could do stuff at home, whether it be masks and things like that, and stuff that they hadn't been doing at home. And I think they built up the confidence that they could do it. And I think that was the first thing that I had to do, was to build up their confidence to know they could do it. So there was quite a few customers that said, I can't do this and I can't do that. And so what I did was I got this can and I pasted all these little eyes all over it, and I sent it out to them. So every time they said they can't do, they had to put the I can't into their I can tin. And it just took another little focus off there. It was just like fun stuff to keep away from the problem they had in the first place. I innovated my business model by being quite creative and taking away the focus from their skin, and I turned it to makeup. I empowered that process with coming up with a thing called Insider Secrets, and that was a brochure that I sent out to them or emailed out to them, and it was how to do the makeup. So it was a photo of the style, it was all the steps by steps on how to do it, and it really got them taking the focus off their skin, and they got quite excited about all the different things that they can come up with. Life, to me, I think post-pandemic will be positive. I think that I'm going to make a big difference in how they're going to be more responsible for their own skins, and it won't be just me, and then I won't have to stress about it so much. And I think that will give them a better satisfaction too, of knowing that they've got they're playing a big part in this operation of getting their skins right. If I had to give advice to people, or to my colleagues or to my clients, I think that I would say to them that you have to look after yourself first. Get yourself right, because you can't help anyone else if you're not right. I saw this on TV, or someone said this the other day, if you're not dead, you're not done. And I think that's just so good, because when you look at all these people that have passed away through this time, they haven't got any chances. We have. So really, I can finish by saying, if you're not dead, you're not done.